This is quite a serious video and a very serious call to humanity in unifying and coming together to take full control of our planet back, our environment, and our lives. During some time I was researching, I came upon a video that shared information about our moon and what in general has been suppressed or hidden in regards to everything moon related. This absolutely would be calling out NASA as one of the largest contributors and fabricators to public misinformation and disinformation. I am not speaking for the individuals who work at NASA, nor their internal operational systems and systems of governance or business, but to any living human soul that works within those doors must see this video, as well as every human being on this planet. I do not do this for attention, and I do not do this for money, because there's none of that. I do this so that we can truly live free and happy, and until everyone is brought to their awareness, the truth of what has been taking place on this planet in full, or to the best of our ability. We must come together when shown things like I'm about to show you. We must come together so that these type of crimes against humanity can be stopped. But we need to first clean up our own house. And yes, this is a hard one, because not all of us know where all the dirt is. I have footage or a video that I'm going to show which will be detailing very sinister, dark secrets and operations that I can prove with the video are being hidden from the public. In my opinion, it's being hidden by the deep state. Please watch this video in regards to what I have uncovered about our moon. When I saw this, I said, there is no way I can just sit idly by after what I just saw, what I have come to find out and understand, and not bring this to as much mass awareness as possible. For I want these types of things to stop permanently, and specifically the one I show in the video. This has to be taken down.
In here, I just wanted to show you guys this video real quick. This is kind of a really serious thing. When I found out and I saw this video, I had already been researching some things that were being said about our moon, but this video shows direct proof that there are massive, sinister deceptions taking place when it comes to what the public thinks we're seeing when we look up in the sky at our moon versus what really is going on. To make this really simple, the moon right now is not the way it's been portrayed through mass media, through NASA and these other organizations. We have a base on there. We've had a secret space program. We've had one since I think the 50s, and the Germans had it since the 20s. And there's so much that has been suppressed and withheld from the public. But when I saw this, it kind of took the cake, and I just felt I needed to display this to everyone. So I know many people have been hearing a little bit here and there about a 3D matrix or a matrix that has been trying to hide or keep the masses in illusion and to disempower them and keep them from knowing their real truth about themselves and what's going on. Well, I had my own personal experiences with all that, and I absolutely believe there is a 3D matrix, but I do believe we've been moving past that. We perhaps have even left that in our past. Until I saw this.
Okay, hello and welcome to the Crow Show. In this clip, I'm going to present the new hologram evidence, which I'm now calling the lunar wave. I'm going to show you two of the four we've filmed, the first and the last one, because they're the easiest to see. The two middle ones are very quick and difficult to see. I'm still working on a way to present those. At any rate, within this clip I am also going to demonstrate that we've been lied to about the moon, and we have every reason to believe that the evidence I'm presenting here is showing some sort of technology that is covering the lunar surface. Have you ever noticed that when you hear or read something, you can detect the ring of truth? It sounds like this. Have you ever noticed when the ring of truth is faked? You can hear that too. It sounds like this. The following information is in my words, as it is against the law to reprint the Apollo mission in-flight transcript. Not kidding. Why the threat of copyright violation? During the Apollo mission in 1969, Ron Evans at Mission Control tells Mike Collins, an astronaut on the Apollo mission, that one of the large headlines concerning the astronauts is one asking them to watch out for a beautiful girl with a large rabbit. This is referencing an ancient legend that says a Chinese girl named Chang O has been living on the moon for 4,000 years, having been banished from Earth for stealing the pill of immortality. He also advises Collins to watch for a large Chinese rabbit who is easy to find, as he is always standing on his back feet in the shade of a cinnamon tree. The name of the rabbit is not given. Collins replies that he will keep a close eye out for the bunny girl. Fast forward to December 14, 2013, a Chinese rover, third in a series, lands on the moon at Mare Imbrium with the name U2, the rabbit Collins was advised to watch for back in 1969, now named. The name of the mission is Chang'e, or Change in English, echoing back to 1969 and the girl's name from the ancient Chinese myth. You may be familiar with the term Jade Rabbit, the name the media used to reference the first Chinese moon landing. Okay, so I brought up this previous information for the simple reason of credibility. On this channel, I make a pledge that I will never run deceptive clips, and I've never broken that pledge, because I will not sacrifice my credibility for a successful clip or whatever the reason may be for people to fake clips. In the examples of the Apollo mission and the Jade Rabbit, what you're seeing is an association made over many, many years, even decades. And the things that are important, like the myth of the Jade Rabbit, the bit about immortality pills, and 4,000 years this being has been on the moon, those are probably the important bits. But I would point out that in my eyes, both these missions are a fraud. Now, the purpose of this clip I'm running is not to demonstrate why the NASA mission Apollo and the Chinese Jade Rabbit are frauds, but I will leave you with this. Once, look at it from this point of view. In court, if you're caught in a lie, you lose your credibility. And after you've done that, everything you say is suspect. That's a good rule of thumb for people to use. And I would further point out that in the 60s we were told that we traveled 250,000 miles and put human beings on the moon. And since then, we can only get to low Earth orbit. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time. There's plenty of material that you can look about Apollo or the Jade Rabbit or any of these things, but I would point out to you that the ring of truth is not there. It just is not there. And having said that, the associations that are constantly made, where one thing is a lie and then it's associated by another thing we're being presented with, that shouldn't be trusted either. But moving on here, we're going to talk about the moon. It's not what you think it is, and I'm going to show you evidence that kind of underscores this assertion. Okay, now on to the new evidence that shows our moon is surrounded by technology. What it is can be debated, but I will no longer debate whether or not this is a real event. We've filmed it 4 times now with as many reports from witnesses around the world. What you are seeing here will be referenced at some point in the future when this lie is undone. Alright, you're about to see the first wave filmed on September 26, 2012 at 8:22 p.m. This was 4 days after the fall equinox. There's 2 waves headed upward. There's a UFO shadow as I've covered before, and the wave goes out of frame. Here it comes. Wave starts. Wave goes out of frame. That means that this is a filmed event, period. That's what it means. It went out of frame, and then it caught up to the camera. So whatever it is we're seeing here, whatever this technology is, it's a filmed event. Now coming up here is going to be the last wave, the 4th wave that we filmed. It was filmed on March 14th, 2014 at 9:33 p.m., 6 days before the spring equinox, The two waves travel downwards. We saw a ton of UFO shadows. We filmed 3 lunar UFOs, which many of you have probably seen. They're the last 3 clips up. And this is a fast and clearer wave. Here it comes. It's going to come from the top down right about now. There goes the first one. And there goes the second one. Alright, so as I broke this down before, I kind of made a mistake. I was trying to do it to the axial tilt, and I should have been saying from my point of view. The wave of the first hologram is tilted 3.2 or 3 degrees from my point of view. Alright, on the second wave, there's a 9-degree tilt from my point of view, but we need to keep in mind that this image has field rotation roughly 72 degrees different from the first image I just showed you. Now I'm going to run them side by side here. That's going to go really quick. Here they come. The waves start on both sides. They meet up in the middle, and here in the second wave they meet up close to the middle again, even though the one on the right is quicker. Now here I run a filter, and it's the same thing side by side. In the following clip I'm going to derotate the image on the right so that it's more closely aligned with what the image on the left looks like. And you can see there that even though they're roughly oriented in the same way, the wave's coming from a different direction. Okay, so not only do we know that NASA has lied to us many times and killed their credibility, we know the moon is not what we have been told by examining movies. Many of us now know that movies encode a lot about the world that's not spoken about openly. And we're going to cover Stanley Kubrick, who filmed the fake Apollo landings here.